What if I told you that maybe you've never truly been yourself, that the version of you that you know might just be a reflection of others' expectations? This idea lies at the heart of Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche's most emblematic work. In it, Zarathustra descends from the mountains to teach people that they live under illusions, trapped by values they never chose for themselves. Most people go through life without ever discovering their true essence. They follow the path laid before them, never questioning if it truly represents who they are. But Nietzsche believed that true greatness emerges when we break free from these chains and become the most authentic, powerful versions of ourselves. In this video, we will dive into the most transformative ideas of the German philosopher and explore how we can apply these concepts to break free from mediocrity and embrace our true destiny. From the moment we are born, we are shaped. Our parents teach us what is right and wrong, school tells us how to think, and society imposes rules on what success looks like. And without realizing it, we spend years building an identity that may not truly be our own. Nietzsche saw this as a profound problem. He believed that most people live as part of a herd, blindly following values and norms without ever questioning them. In Thus Spoke Zarathustra, the protagonist looks at the crowd and realizes that very few dare to think for themselves. But here's the question: if everything you believe about yourself was learned, how can you be sure it's truly yours? Think about it. Did you choose your dreams, or were they suggested to you? Are the opinions you defend genuinely yours, or just echoes of the voices you've always heard around you? Often, we follow an invisible script that leads to a comfortable but empty life. Nietzsche said that the first step in becoming who you truly are is to destroy the illusions that hold you back. At its core, Nietzsche challenges us to ask ourselves a simple but powerful question. If all external expectations disappeared, who would you be? If old truths no longer hold, what comes next? For Nietzsche, the answer was clear: the birth of a new kind of human. He called this being the Übermensch, or Superman, the one whom Zarathustra seeks to awaken with his words. The Übermensch is someone who breaks free from the values of the past and creates their own morality. But the Übermensch is not a mythical hero or a perfect being. Instead, they are the one who has freed themselves from the herd's illusions and has the courage to live as they truly are. Instead of following a ready-made script, they write their own story. Instead of seeking external validation, they find strength within themselves. But this transformation is not easy. Most people prefer the safety of a predictable life. We cling to certainty, even when it's false, because the unknown is frightening. Nietzsche argued that very few have the courage to undergo this transformation because it requires destroying everything inauthentic within and rebuilding from scratch. And here's the key: the Übermensch is not born ready, it is a process. Every time you challenge a fear, abandon a belief that no longer serves you, or choose your own path instead of following the crowd, you take a step toward becoming the Übermensch. Imagine that, at the end of your life, a mysterious figure appeared and said, "Everything you have lived so far will repeat infinitely. Every choice, every mistake, every regret, you will relive them forever, without changing a thing." How would you feel? This is the idea of the eternal return, one of Nietzsche's most powerful concepts, presented by Zarathustra on his journey. For him, this was not just a philosophical theory, it was the ultimate test of whether we are living authentically. If the thought of reliving your life forever fills you with dread, then perhaps you are not truly living the way you desire. Nietzsche didn't want you to just think about this idea. He wanted you to use it as a guide. If the life you are living today is not one you would want to repeat eternally, then maybe it's time to change it. Zarathustra teaches that the essence of life is the drive for self-overcoming. For Nietzsche, this translates into the will to power, the vital force that pushes us to grow, take on challenges, and expand our existence. Contrary to common misconceptions, this will is not about dominating others. Instead, it is about mastering oneself, becoming stronger, more creative, and more authentic. If you feel stagnant, your will to power might be asleep. Nietzsche invites us to awaken it by seeking experiences that challenge us and taking control of our own lives. Zarathustra says, man is a bridge between the beast and the Übermensch. To cross this bridge, we must let go of what no longer serves us. This might mean abandoning limiting beliefs, destructive habits, or even people who hold us back. Nietzsche saw destruction not as an end, but as the beginning of a true reconstruction. If there is something in your life that no longer represents you, perhaps it's time to let it go. Transformation requires the courage to break with the old and create space for the new. After his long journey of teachings and solitude, Zarathustra no longer seeks to convert others but fully embraces life in its entirety. He understands that saying yes to existence means accepting everything. The joy and the suffering, the rise and the fall, the chaos and the order. This is his moment of greatest transformation. By accepting all yes, he transcends the need for validation and finds fulfillment in existence itself, ready to walk alone, unafraid of the eternal return. Imagine that, suddenly, all expectations of you vanished. No more judgments, no more obligations, no more societal pressures. Just a blank space, waiting to be filled by you. What would you do? How would you live? Who would you choose to be? Life has no fixed script, and that is a gift. You can rewrite your story at any moment. Tell me in the comments what you think and see you in the next video.